Viewers of Royal Free Television, you're welcome back to our channel. We are so happy to have you with us today. Thank you for stopping by to watch this video. If this is your first time here, my name is Regan Go. Together with my cameraman Shegun Arimu, we make beautiful videos for you from Istanbul in Turkey, where we are based. We talk about Africans living abroad, especially in Turkey, and foreigners as a whole, not just Africans. That is why today we are with a foreigner living in Turkey who is not an African. Well, if you watched one video we did with him, a lot of you are returning subscribers, those who have been with us on this journey so far. You watched that video and you really loved it. Thank you so much for watching that, as well as all our other videos. Please start by subscribing if you're new here. And you who is old or who is a returning subscriber, please share this link so that others get to watch this video today. It is a very informative video we are making today. The last time we were here with Dr. Williams, he spoke about himself as a foreigner living in Turkey and his experience. But today we want to talk something professional with him. We shall be talking health. Let me not do so much of the talking without getting to say hello to Doctor who is already with us here. Hello, Doctor.
Hello.
Nice to be with you once more.
Nice to be here. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for receiving us. The last time we had a video with you, our viewers really enjoyed it, and I got a lot of positive feedback from that. Reasons why I thought we could come back for something else.
All right.
And thank you for being available.
The pleasure is mine.
Okay, maybe you just tell them your name once more. Although I already introduced you as Dr. Williams, but any other thing you want to...
William Mosier.
Yes.
I'm a professor at Istanbul Galician University here in Istanbul.
Okay. So today we'll be talking health. The last time we spoke about your experience in Turkey. And viewers, you can also watch that video. It's still up on our channel, and we'll also drop for you the link in the description box of this video. So you can go back and watch that one if you want to know more about our guest today. But hang in to watch this video till the end to get all you need to know about your health tips, living abroad as a foreigner, or generally what you need to know about your health to be healthy. Doctor, so let me just ask you the first question. How will you define being healthy?
Well, the whole idea of health in medical terms is a holistic concept.
Yeah.
So it doesn't just mean physical health. It also refers to healthy emotional and social and cognitive functioning of the individual.
Yes. So it takes more than just looking healthy to say that you are healthy.
Yes.
You should be healthy inward and outward. Okay, how do we maintain a healthy lifestyle abroad? You know, especially for foreigners, maybe you're coming from an environment where the climate, the weather is different from yours. And we come here, we have seasons when it's transiting from winter into spring. There are changes and people get so sick. How can one maintain a healthy lifestyle living abroad?
Well, in the first place, when you introduce the issue of people who are coming from elsewhere might think they're getting sick more often here, well, that's kind of a misnomer. Rather, the average human being has roughly 7 viral infections a year.
Mm-hmm.
But most of them are so inconsequential we may not even notice that we're sick. So perhaps when a person comes to a new environment and then they start noticing some nasal congestion or some scratchy throat, they might blame the environment. But it's just the normal viruses, half of which are coronaviruses, by the way.
Yeah.
Corona-19 is only one of the variations of the hundreds of coronaviruses that exist in the environment all over the world.
and it's extraordinary. It came with a lot of things on its heels.
Yes, well, because COVID-19 is more virulent than the average virus that we get. Maybe we'll be sick for 3 to 7 days with the regular virus, and then we bounce back and we feel fine again.
Yeah.
This is a bit different because of its formation. It becomes more virulent and more life-threatening for people who have weakened immune systems from cigarette smoking, drinking, being diabetic, having heart disease, or cancer.
Okay, doctor. So what daily routines can we maintain to stay healthy?
Well, number one, positive thoughts.
Yes.
Even in the moments when we might feel under the weather, we've got to keep positive thoughts. So besides the fact that one might have some underlying health issue, if we keep our thoughts positive, that positive attitude helps the immune system fight off infection. So that's number one. Number two, eating a healthy diet. And in the fourth largest city in the world, there's a whole lot of junk food places that people can go to and get substances that are called food, but they're really not healthy. They're just refined carbohydrates that are not healthy. And then three, making sure that we get enough physical exercise, especially during this pandemic. It is important to maintain an active lifestyle so that one's immune system can fight off those roughly 7 infections that attack all of us every year.
Yeah. Doctor, please elaborate to us the importance of sleep as per maintaining a healthy lifestyle.
Well, the research in the literature is very clear that if a person gets between 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night, they have what's referred to as healthy sleep architecture.
Okay.
And one thing that's hard for people to understand is that we burn the exact same amount of energy during the night while we're sleeping as we do during the day while we're awake. Now, sure, that doesn't include if you're jogging 2 miles or 4 kilometers, but in the normal days of activities of daily living that a person engages in, the amount of energy that we burn while we're sleeping is the same as the amount of energy we burn at night, burn during the day. Subsequently, we can use our sleeping hours as a way to burn fat, and most people don't understand that concept. In other words, if you make sure that you never eat anything after 8 p.m., then your body, while it's sleeping, will not burn just the food that you had for dinner, but also go to fat cells to get enough energy to supply the energy source in every cell in the body called mitochondria to churn out energy. So sleeping is a convenient way to get rid of fat, frankly.
But we think of it the opposite. Like if you're sleeping, you're lazy and it make you put on a lot of unwanted weight.
Well, if a person sleeps over 8 hours, that is true.
Yeah.
The normal Homo sapien, human being architecture, has a set point in the brain for sleep. And that set point is between 7 and 8 hours, depending upon the individual. So even if a person has chronic insomnia, as long as they lay still with their eyes closed for that 7 to 8 hours, their body is getting the rest it needs to be able to perform optimally the next day.
I see. Okay. Doctor, let's talk about being healthy in pregnancy.
Okay.
A lot of people want to learn some things about that too. What are some of the key points that an expectant mother should note about her health and that of her fetus?
All right. First of all, there are some supplements that are important for a pregnant woman to be aware of. She needs to keep her iron up. She needs to keep her B complex up.
Yeah.
Because these aren't readily made by the body. Subsequently, as long as a woman is taking prenatal vitamins that include the vitamin B complex and iron, then her health should be okay. And remember, even a malnourished mother is still providing enough nurturing for her baby, because that fetus is leaching through the mother's blood all the nutrients that it needs. There have been longitudinal studies about this. Even women who are malnourished can have a normal, healthy baby, because the baby will take all the nutrients from the mother that it needs. The only exception is the cases where a mother has anorexia nervosa and she's pregnant, or is addicted to drugs and taking drugs during pregnancy.
Okay. What, according to you, doctor, is the cause of the high rate of cesarean sections carried out on pregnant women these days around the world, especially in Turkey, where we find ourselves?
I'm embarrassed to say that even in the United States, the cesarean rate is higher than it should be. Based on statistical analyses, we know that there is a 1.5% risk that a woman needs a cesarean section. The average woman with regular pelvic girth, therefore, can have a normal baby vaginally. The issue is that it might take 12 to 24 hours of labor. And as soon as someone hears the word labor, they think, oh my goodness, does that mean I'm going to be in pain for 24 hours? No. Of my 6 children, I delivered all 6 of my children, as I've told you before.
Yeah.
Each one of the pregnancies were 24 hours. I mean, the labor period were 24 hours, because we patiently waited till the cervix, which starts out small, as you know, and has to expand big enough for the child's head to come out. And so that's a slow process if you don't want the cervix to tear. You have to be patient. And most physicians in a hospital don't want to be patient, because 24 hours means it's after their shift is over. So that means the next physician is going to get credit for that delivery. And so they want to rush the labor along as quickly as they can by giving Pitocin to induce labor, which then causes the woman extreme pain, much worse than when it's just normal vaginal delivery, just so that the delivery can occur during their shift. And if it's getting close to the end of a person's shift, of the physician's shift, sometimes they will decide to say, well, we need to do a cesarean so I can get this done. Well, if that's pressure is put on the woman. The average woman, not knowing much about
The scientific
physiology,
process
will give in and allow the cesarean section. But as I pointed out before, the odds of a human woman needing a cesarean section is only 1.5%. So it's not a very high risk, assuming the woman has a normal pelvic girth, and most women do.
I see. Doctor, please give us an insight of what happens to a fetus during the 9 months of stay in the baby's womb. What, for example, happens to its urine, its feces? We hardly or never think about such.
Okay, now this might gross out some of your listeners, so I'm
Apologies.
sorry. I'll apologize in advance. But what is little understood by non-medical people is that the uterus is a closed environment. It's a sterile environment. And so all of the blood that comes from the umbilical cord to the baby is providing the nutrients that the fetus needs to grow. And the nutrients that are needed to grow end up having byproducts. So the fetus is constantly urinating and constantly defecating in the womb, and then swallowing its own urine and swallowing its own defecation, and then it comes out again through their urinary tract and through the digestive tract. It just is a cycle over and over. It's not bad that happens. It's normal that happens, because since it's a closed system, it's all sterile. You might have noticed when you had your first child that the physician uses a suction cup to always suction substances, this mucus substance called meconium, out of the baby's mouth when they come out of the womb. And that is part of that feces that the baby has been swallowing for roughly 5.5 to 6 months.
I see. Okay. So, doctor, as we round up, what word of advice to expectant moms in Turkey and all over the world for a start? And also, what should anyone or everyone note about staying healthy?
Well, in reference to pregnancy, realize that the human race has existed for a long time. And so if we really needed cesarean sections, except for that very, very rare woman who has a narrow pelvic girth, then the human race would have died off a long time ago and we wouldn't even exist. Vaginal delivery is the normal process, and one just has to be patient for that birthing process to occur. All 6 of my children were born at home, and we just patiently waited with my ex-wife sitting in the bathtub, being calm, waiting, going through the contractions using the Lamaze method of controlling the discomfort until the cervix was open wide enough for the delivery to start. In terms of your question about what health issues should a person focus on, especially during this pandemic, and here now we find out there's a lockdown for the next 20 days.
Yeah.
It's especially important for a person to get plenty of exercise. So don't take the elevator, take the stairs. Force yourself to walk more frequently. theoretically, a person should have at least 30 minutes of walking a day to get their heart rate up to a level that is optimal for optimal health, as well as, especially because during this pandemic we are more sedentary, watching your diet. Avoid those substances that are referred to as junk food.
Yeah.
And then thirdly, sleep architecture. Make sure you don't sleep too much, but that you get a full 7 to 8 hours of bed rest every day.
Thank you so much, Doctor. That does it for today. Thank you for providing the answers to all the questions we had.
Pleasure is mine.
And to you viewers, thank you for watching this video till the end. We talked about health issues as a whole and narrowed down to having a healthy pregnancy, the health of the mother and the fetus. And we hope that you've learned a lot from this video. We'd like to read from you in our comment section. Please leave us your questions, your remarks as per this video, and we'll be just so happy to read from you. Thank you, and thank you again. Please remember to subscribe if you haven't yet done so, and kindly share our videos with others so we get more subscribers. Thank you, and see you in our next video. I am Regan Go, your host on Royal Freak TV, and behind the camera, his name is Shegun Arimo. Bye bye. See you in our next video.